Hey guys, welcome to episode 15 of the Just Casual Vlogs. I want to talk about doing work for free to make it in esports. So that should be interesting. And when I say make it, I mean this is pretty much my hypothesis because I haven't made it yet, but I'm in the current works of it and esports, gaming, whatever. And I think I have some good insight on what it might require. So this is my opinion on what it might take. So I recently have been reaching out a lot. I've been trying to do Gary Vee's thing where he says just contact 10,000 people. Just contact a ton of people to like sell your product or like to work with them or to find customers, whatever it may be. And even if you find 3 people out of that could be worth it, right? Depending on like the connection that can be made and things like that. So I started like kind of half-assing it. I've been doing a little bit, and I've been doing that to find video editors. So I started going on Instagram, which probably isn't the best place, but also Twitter, and just searching popular things like montages, because I need a video editor to do montages maybe twice a month or monthly. So not too bad. So I'm looking for people, and a lot of people don't want to do it for free, right? I started mass sending out messages, and I started getting some replies. A lot of them were like, oh no, some people ignored it, but there was a handful that said yes, and it was actually worth the time that I spent, right? So right now I'm in the vetting process of like, hey, okay, try doing a montage for this month, and let's see how it goes, and those kind of things. So that should be interesting, just giving them free reign. But the big thing is like, I'm like, hey, they're like, what do I get out of it? I'm like, that's a valid question. And the thing is that we have 800 to 1,200 downloads per episode. So it's like, we have that kind of league. We have that many people listening in, and there'll be a percentage of that will come to our YouTube channel, which we have not been very diligent with. Therefore, we don't have many views. But because of that, we will get views. And also, we have a sponsorship with Place.tv, so we're gonna be pushing it, and we're gonna be working on making videos and montages for our community that are using the hashtag LolaPlays on Place.tv. I think it's a really cool thing for our community and such, to, just highlight each other and do some cool things and to show off. So it's like, hey, you basically get exposure and experience because you guys need to build out your portfolio. And you could say, hey, I did it for this podcast. It got this many views, and I could be their reference too. So I state this to people, and some people are like, oh, okay, or some people want to get paid, and some people are like, oh, no, I'm not interested. A few people are like, yeah, that sounds awesome. And it seems like the younger I go, the easier it is to find people that are willing to do it. But at the same time, I don't think they're not taking it as seriously because it's like, oh, that sounds like a cool thing. It's like, no, I don't want you to be like, oh, this sounds like fun. It's like, I want you to have fun with it, but I want you to like put some effort into it. I want this to be like your thing that you can show off to your future company that you're applying for or whatever it may be. And maybe I was thinking maybe I need to start headhunting at like Riot Games career LinkedIn site and stuff like that because those people are hungry to build their resume and portfolio. I just don't know how to. I have to be careful. I can't put a public post. I feel super shady doing that. So maybe I have to start messaging people individually and stuff to see if they're willing to do some extra work. But anyway, so I was thinking about this and I talked about this on some previous vlogs, but yeah, when you have such a high supply of people that want to get into gaming or want to get into esports because it's kind of a newer thing, or there's more credibility to do things with that, there's a lot more supply. People and kids want to be involved in this. But the thing is, since there's so much supply, that means there's a lot of competition out there. So when you're actually paying people, those jobs are super, super hard to get. And then when you're trying to find volunteer work, that has a good pool of people that are really trying to, like, strong pool of candidates in competition too. So when you have, I feel like as a freelance, like myself that I'm trying to do, you have to go out and search for opportunities to do your stuff for free until you build credibility too. And I understand, like, I kind of wonder how it is for artists because art takes a lot of time, a lot of work, And these people, I don't know if they're like, have enough commissions to do what they're doing, but they need to build a huge portfolio of stuff to really show off and gain experience, because art is not something that just happens either. You need to work hard on that thing and work your craft for like years to get better and better, especially for like a game developer, Really tough. And I think you really need to like fill up all your time with doing things for free. If you can get paid work, awesome. If you can't and you have still 5 extra hours to work in a week, you gotta do something free, either your own like brand, or I think even, your own brand is important to work on, but I think even something that could be really strategic and smart is like network and do free things for other people, because you never know, especially giving back to a community, like that's super awesome, because you build some brand loyalty and people recognize like free stuff and work that you do like out of just generosity. People recognize that, I think, in general. So I really think when it comes to getting into esports, like if you're writing articles, you do it for free on gamers.com. You offer these services for free, because putting them on your blog where they don't get any traffic, it's hard, because what does it do? But you still need to keep practicing and building your portfolio. But it's helpful to be like, hey, instead of going, hey, I wrote this awesome article that has 2 views because no one, I don't know how to market my stuff, I can't get enough traction, I have good content, but no one looks at it. Like that's not sellable. Versus if you go, hey, I did a free article for this X website and I got 100 views. Like that's a lot better. And then after you get 100 views, the next person that you get notoriety from or visibility from gives you 500 views, and then 1,000 views, and that's how you grow. But you have to keep doing lots of work to build up your portfolio, build up your experiences, and build up your credibility before you can actually really get paid. Because there's a lot of people that can do what you want to do and what you do, and a lot of people that do it better, and a lot of people that have like an education. Like if you're doing video, like, oh my gosh, people have experience. If you're doing art, or people go to get get degrees for art and video, graphic design. And if you're doing this as like a hobby, like me with podcasting, you have to put in the work and get your stuff out there and work your ass off. And I gotta do that too. And I've been trying to figure out like, what do I need to do? I need to contact more people, I need to get more visibility, I need to network more, and do things for free for people. At least do things for like super, super dirt cheap. When I think about the Weldon stuff, like he pays me, and when I calculate that, because I also pay my audio editor that helps me edit too, because I edit some and then he edits some, because I don't have 50 hours a week to work on it, so that means I have 5 hours, 10 hours a week to work on it. That means I need to make sure those 10 hours are really efficient for me or productive. That means I push some of that stuff onto my audio editor, right? Because that's how I need to play this game, or how to get my job done with Weldon. And I pay my audio editor to do a good job for me, and I don't pay him enough, but we both are looking for experience, and he understands that, which I really, really appreciate, because he's not like stringing my neck for more money, but I'm trying to also pay him like a fair amount. And I got him another job through Weldon, through someone else, and that's the beauty of networking. I've gotten Sam, my audio editor, more work and more pay, so that's really cool. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, where was I even going with this? Anyways, you got to put yourself out there. You got to network, because it works, and you got to do things for free. Oh yeah, what I was trying to say is, Weldon, what he pays me, and so far it's a base pay plus I get some a percentage cut of whatever advertising that we do on there, and the sales for his like Mac program and runtime.gg and league coaching, all those kind of things. I get a cut of that, and that means that if I calculate how much I actually get paid for this, it's less than minimum wage. I put in a lot of hours to it. It's not 40 hours a week, but it's like an average at least 10 hours a week, so that's like 40 hours. Yeah, I get paid. And then paying off my audio editor, yeah, I get paid less than minimum wage. And I'm okay with that because I'm happy because I use a lot of those funds, one, to pay off student loans, to buy new equipment for myself, and to reinvest into Lola. And that's okay. I'm okay with that because I'm learning a lot. Like, Weldon is a great mentor too, and I feel like he's kind of like a pseudo mentor. There's nothing official, but through our conversation, he's taught me a lot of like how to do things, how not to do things, how his journey has been and what he's learned. Like, that is invaluable information that I'm getting from the guy. So I really appreciate that. So I'm willing to do it for. I'm just happy that I can do it for a price, you know? I'm happy that he finds value in me enough to be able to pay me. So I kind of got lucky there, but I've also put a lot of work, and I was strategic, and I put the work to find people and network and stuff like that. So that work pays off. But you got to start somewhere, and that means you might have to start free. I started free. Lola was free. I wasn't making money from it for a long time, and even now, I'm not making money anymore off of it because I'm reinvesting it into like advertising and pushing hard into it. And who knows, like, I was in the negative last month. I'll probably be in the negative this month, even though we got a ton of new patrons, which is awesome. Like, I'm getting positive feedback for what I'm doing. But that's because I'm not just sitting on it and trying to build up a surplus of money to spend. I'm using that money to reinvest. I might use a little bit of it to pay off some student loans, but that's probably more of Weldon stuff. Because, yeah, a lot of my Weldon money is going into the Lola podcast. So, it's an initial pain for long-term gain. Yeah. Alright, that's it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think. First, subscribe, like. Let's get to, like, 20 subscribers. That'd be awesome. I don't know what I'll do. If I get to 25 subscribers, what do you guys want me to do? I'll take suggestions in the comments, and let me know what you think about doing work for free. Have a good night, or good day, or whatever. Have a good week.